Fun fact about me, I love cryptids. I love the idea that there are these creatures and weird demon things that just happen to be out there in the wild that every now and then are like, hiya, and just make themselves known. Like, my favourite out of all of them is the Fresno Nightcrawlers. If you don't know what they are, please go and look them up, because they are like giant walking pairs of white pants, and I love them so much. They are the weirdest thing. So when I found out that there was a found footage movie about the Frogman, I'm surprised it's taken me this long to find it. You can thank somebody that I follow on Letterboxd, because they reviewed this and I was like, now I have to watch it. But if you don't know anything about Frogman from 2023, let me quickly fill you in. Loveland, Ohio is the home of the Frogman. In the summer of 1999, a 12-year-old named Dallas Kyle captured footage of the mythical creature, but no one believed it was real. Now, 3 friends in search of the Loveland Frogman find out that he is more than just a local legend. If you're new here, I go by Hordes and I talk about all things horror here on my channel on Mondays and Fridays, but as always when it comes to watching movies, I am now going to go and watch Frogman from 2023 off camera. So that way, if you two decide that you want to watch this movie, nothing will be spoilt for you, because nobody wants to watch a movie that they've just watched somebody else watch from start to finish. And I think this is also the first movie here on my channel that is found footage and cryptids, so it's a 2-in-1 today.
Dope fluting, Master Wu.
As if you have to play the Frogman flute to summon the Frogman. Like, what is this? Is this Snorlax with the Poke Flute or Link with the Ocarina of Time? Like, what is this?
Snorlax! Wake up!
I have to start by saying, though, that there is Frogman heavy metal music, and I didn't know that this existed. Like, Froglord is a band that is used in this movie, and since I finished this about half an hour ago, I've been listening to their music and it's genuinely not that bad. What started off as them making parody music back in lockdown in 2020, they're actually making fairly decent music now. So if you like heavy metal music that has like really niche gimmicks, maybe go and give Froglord a go. Frogman, unfortunately, reminds me of another found footage horror movie that I am really not a fan of, and that is The Houses October Built. Basically, nothing happens in the first 50 minutes to an hour of this movie. Then a man plays a frog flute, and then all of a sudden it goes all Blair Witch if Blair Witch had webbed feet, and then it just ends. The first 50 minutes is this group of friends basically vlogging their time in this tiny town in Loveland, Ohio, and being like, ooh, cute merch. Ooh, there's some theming here. Ooh, we like this stuff, which you can find on YouTube with a better vlogging camera, let's be honest, these days. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they're like, oh yeah, there's a cult of the Frogman, and then things get weird, and then it just ends out of nowhere. Like, the second half of this movie turns into, if you've seen Lord of the Rings, you'll know this reference, Shelob's Lair, but instead of spiders and spider webs, it is frogs and frog sacks and people turning into frog people.
I'm a frog.
If they had spent the first half of this movie building the tension, so when the second half of this movie starts to happen and things start to go down and, oh, there's suddenly a cult that is worshipping a massive frog which is about 4 foot, 5 foot tall, then the second half of this movie would have been way more impactful. And like I said, then it just ends and it is such a like whiplash moment. You're trucking along, you're like, oh god, all of this stuff has happened, and then yoink, oh no, this has happened. And if I didn't know that there was a mid-credits scene, I would have been happy to go about my life. And, you know, did it make any difference though, the mid-credits scene? No, it wasn't like the end of Saw 10 when you got the scene in the middle of the credits for that. But it's missing tension, and it has got every single cliche that you can think of that's in a found footage movie, but with even more glitchy camera. And this is an issue that I have, because the glitchy camera ruins the reveal of the Frogman. Like, you've got a really cool looking creature, which I have no problems with the way it looks. It's really cool when you actually get to see the damn thing. But the camera is glitching so much, you're like, it's so distracting. Let me see your creature in a creature feature, even in a found footage. Like, I want to see it. I want to know what this giant threat is supposed to be.
Scooby-Doo, take note.
But Frogman, for a 4-foot, 5-foot bullfrog, is hardly used in this. He appears in the final 10 minutes, and he is maybe on screen 2 to 3 minutes, and that is me being generous and overestimating. Like, they don't use the thing that I was sold on to its full extent. Like, it's not a threat, it's just there at the end. The acting is fine. It is your typical found footage in the sense of every single person, regardless of whether they are a member of the friend group or a local in this town, is perfectly fine with having a camera thrust in their face and all of a sudden starts to play things up because there is a camera there. And in all honesty, this group of friends is so bland. I can't tell you who anybody was in this. Like, they all merged together, apart from one girl whose name I still can't remember, who has this weird character that she keeps doing for the camera where she puts on a fringe jacket and a cowboy hat and is all of a sudden Norma Jean, because it's Marilyn Monroe's real name. She's suddenly this character called Norma Jean with this thick Tennessee accent, and it's, yeah, no.
Who are these people?
Unless you are a massive fan of found footage, I would maybe say skip Frogman, because it really doesn't add anything to the genre and it doesn't help itself stand out within this subgenre. Apart from saying it's a cryptid found footage that really doesn't give me any cryptid. It gives me merchandise of a cryptid, but it really doesn't give me cryptid. So I'm actually going to give Frogman from 2023 a 2 out of 5. And this is me being generous because the special effects makeup in this is really good when you actually get to see it. The acting is decent. The plot is meh for the first half. It's better in the second half. Did it need the cult storyline? No, if I'm being honest. And if you're gonna promise me a cryptid movie, give me the cryptid. I wanted the Frogman, and for more than 2 minutes. Half a star though, just for putting in Froglord, because turns out heavy metal frog music is something that I did not know that I needed in my life. So there you have it, my initial thoughts and my review for my first time watching Frogman from 2023. If you have also seen this movie, I would love to know what your thoughts and opinions are down in the comments section down below. Are you going to watch this movie? Are you going to give this one a miss? If you would like to know every single horror movie I watch, you can also find me over on Instagram and Letterboxd at HordesOfHorror, and I will be back on Friday because my girlfriend has recommended me another movie, and the last thing that she recommended me was The Greasy Strangler, so this could go anywhere. So until next time, bye.